you to make explainer videos without ever having to be on camera. So, let's take a look at Doodly. Yeah, that's the name of this program. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to shut my face off, and we're going to bring this program up. One thing to know about Doodly is that this is a program that is designed to actually be on your hard drive. So what I mean by that is most of the programs that you see in our niche, in our world, are going to be website based. You've got to log into a website to use it, to get it to work, all that fun stuff. Doodly doesn't work that way. This is actually a piece of software you put on your computer. So this is a piece of software that's on my desktop. I click it whenever I need it. Nice thing is I don't always need an internet connection to use it. Cool thing is in here is once you get in, this is kind of what you see. You see your created videos, a couple that I've done in the past. You can create a new video from here. There's templates, and they've got all kinds of templates in here that you can play around with and kind of look at. And we are actually going to look at, let's look at this product promo. We're going to preview this. So you can click play, and let's make sure our volume is not too loud on that. And it's going to show you kind of the template that it does. Now what Doodly does is it makes whiteboard videos. I mean, you can kind of see exactly how they look and what they do. So with the templates that you have, we can pause this, we'll dive in, and we can look at how all this works. So we're going to grab that one, and we're going to call this our YouTube test doodle. Easy name. We're going to create that, and what will happen is the system is actually going to bring in all the different assets and all that other fun stuff that's in here. So now that same video that we just watched is right here.
What's going on, y'all? It's B popping in real quick on you. You know, before we get too far into this video, just do me a quick favor. Click down below, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, ding the little bell. Get notified when I put out new videos. I appreciate you, I appreciate your support, and that just helps the channel grow even further. So, do it. Don't forget, leave a comment. I do actually read through them. I do actually respond to them. And I look forward to hearing from you. Back to our video. Thanks.
So at the bottom, you kind of have a timeline. It works just like any other video editor, if you will. You've got your video timeline here. You've got your audio timeline down here. And you can see that there's a song included already. At the very bottom, there's actually an option to add or record audio. So if you want to put your own voiceover onto this track, you absolutely can. Super easy to use the different things in here. You can just click on the different items and elements. They highlight themselves as they go. So if you wanted to move something around, you can resize, you can do all that kind of fun stuff in here. What you're also going to see is there's different layers for the different actions and things that are going on in your scenes. Now, that's kind of the interesting thing with this program. Everything's a scene. So you create each scene as you go. So if this is our first scene that we have here, we can take a look at it, we can see everything in here and see all the fun stuff. The delays and durations actually allow you to have items come in and out. So if I wanted to delay this table coming in for, say, 3 seconds, you can. And that just changes, as you'll see here at the bottom, all the dynamics of everything that's going on and kind of how everything's working. You also have a duration button. So if you're using, say, characters or items that you have the character looking at, you can put them in for a set duration amount. And along the timeline, you can drop things in so that they only work at certain ventures. So as we look at this, the other fun things that we're going to have, and I will say, as you look at this, you've got things like FX. FX are going to be different settings. Like, so here there's a pan and zoom setting, and it shows you can do the preview of how this thing works and what it'll do. So that's how that did that little action for you. And you can start it, end it, tell it when you want to, and apply it from there. So let's explore and kind of see what we have in here. Here is going to be our different scenes, and these are pre-drawn, pre-set up scenes. Next are characters. So you have different characters that you can drop in. They do have a club option. Everybody's got a club option now. So you can click into that and kind of see what they are, and then you can download those. There's some shared options. These are typically going to be things that folks have shared or that you've uploaded as well. plus button in the bottom allows you to upload your own items. So if you have different drawings and things that you want to add in, you can, and you just have to title it so you can find it later. You've got props, you've got text, and again, you can add new text in here. You just have to drop the font file in. You've got sounds and music and all kinds of stuff in here. There are different categories in everything. So you can see your own library, the music, the sound effects. The same if we go back to the characters, for categories, you'll see what they all are. Same thing with props. I mean, there's just a lot of different things that you can do with this. Now, I am on the enterprise version. When I bought this 3 years ago. And I want to say it was like $100 to get it with enterprise lifetime, so I did. Not sure what the pricing is on it right now. It's a cool program to have, I will tell you that. Do I think it's worth the money? Not really. And I know that sounds weird, but in the 3 years I've had it, I've made maybe 5 videos with it. Now, if I'd have gone to Fiverr and paid $10 a video, it would only cost me $50. Instead, those videos cost me $20 a piece. Now, if I get back into it, or if this is something you look at and you say, oh, I'll use that all the time. I don't want to be on camera, but I do want to have a video like this to explain a product or explain how things work. Yeah, get you a copy. See if you can find a sale for it and grab it. Especially if you can get a lifetime deal on it. It's definitely well worth it. They update it monthly, it feels like. With different updates, making it run a little smoother, a little bit faster. It's kind of crazy how much they do. So we're just going to go in here and kind of take a look. So this now becomes our second scene. So what you see here, our third scene. What you see here is these little markings on our timeline show you which scene you're on. So you can click to jump to the scenes and see exactly what's going on and how it all works. So like this says, insert product image inside circle. This is just letting you know this is where you need to upload that image that you have. We're just going to grab this file right here. We're going to call it coaching. I'm going to click continue. And now that's there. So we can, grab the wrong thing. We can resize this guy. And what I'm going to do is delete this text so that it's out the way. And we're going to put that in here. And that's exactly how that would work for you as well. That simple. To just throw it on in and have it ready to go. So having the templates available are awesome. Now, once you have everything kind of figured out and what you want to do, you can click the preview button, and this will generate a full preview of what's going on with your video. I'm going to pause that because I'm sure there's some music in there and you're probably having a hard time hearing me over it. But this gives you a chance to preview the whole thing, see exactly what you did, how you set everything up. And from there, all you have to do is click export. It'll ask you where you want to send it, how you want to export it, your resolutions, frames per second, all that fun stuff in here. Click continue. And there it goes. So it's rendering on your system. Done deal. It is that easy, that simple to take care of. Once this is done, you have an MP4 video that you can upload to YouTube or Facebook or wherever it is you need your explainer video. And that's it. That's Doodly in a nutshell. It's really, really simple to use, really easy to play around with and kind of see how things work. One thing we should discuss just a little bit, the FX. So in here, scene settings. We didn't go over this. This will show you all the different things that you can do with your scenes and play around with. You can also close out this window so you can see exactly how everything's working. You've got a grid if you want to see your grid lines on page so you can line everything up. It's a surprisingly versatile software. Surprisingly versatile. And it's a great piece of kit if you're going to use it. So for me, y'all, Doodly, would I buy it again with what I know now? I wouldn't. But that's me. I don't really use it. I'm going to try and commit myself to using it more because I've paid for it and I really need to. It does take time. Kind of remember that. It does take time to play around with it to see how this all works and what you need to do. You also have additional items that you can purchase using this program. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Enterprise is the first step up. they've added something called Doodly Rainbow, which basically turns colors on for everything. That's this little button here. As you can see, everything's black and white. Doodly Rainbow turns it all into a rainbow color. And there you go. One-time $67 fee. Well, let me highlight it, of course not. To get the full rainbow effect. Is that something that's worth it? Yeah. If this is something you're going to use, yeah, you're going to want them in color at some point in time. Now, keep in mind, anything you upload will retain the colors. So do your research first. You know, if you have a subscription to something like Envato Elements, you may have items like this that you can pull from there that you can use that are already in color, and you may not have to spend an additional $67 to do it. So a couple of things to keep in mind, a couple of things to think about. Anyway, y'all, that's it. That's Doodly. I mean, it's fun. It's cool. It can do some fun things for you, but you got to use it. And if you don't think you're going to use it, and you only want one or two of these, go to Fiverr, pick one or two up, use them from there. If you think you're going to do more than, say, 10 of these lifetime, grab this guy, especially if you can get it for the $67 intro price that it typically is. Anyway, y'all, it's your boy B with breviews.tech. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. That's Doodly in a nutshell. It's up to you now if you decide that that's something you want. Don't forget, y'all, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ding the little bell. You know how this all works. It's YouTube. And I will talk to y'all soon with another video. Thank you.